Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with layout 10 for the dog mini album. And for this one, I have a photo of Sue. And again, I'm going to trim this one into a 4x4. There's just a lot of dead space to the left of her. So I'm trying to figure out, these photos were taken consecutively. I was trying to figure out which one I liked better. But we're going to go, I think, I'll pick the bottom one, and then I realize her head's cut off, and then I end up switching it to the other one anyways. But we're going to go and do the process with whichever one I pick, and I'll end up switching it out. I'm just going to go through my papers really quick. We have this black diamond background, so I need a peachy pink color. I'm going with this watercolory one and a nice green. I'm going to go with this green tone-on-tone medallion paper. And then I also have a scrap of that black and white sketchy paper. It's actually the B side of the cut apart sheet. I realize I'm just not going to use some of those cut apart, so I'd rather use the back side, which is a really cool white and black pattern. So I pulled that out too in case I want to use it. I have this really dark black background, so I think pulling in a white pattern paper could be cool. I did not want to do marble because I think the marble's too similar to this peachy tan watercolory paper. So that's why I decided to go ahead and pull it. I want the highest contrast on this page with the notebook edge punch, so I'm going in with this peachy tan color as my notebook edge detail. I'm going to go ahead and get that glued down, and then I'll move on to the photo. But I've been really trying to do this notebook edge detail first so I don't forget about it. The first layout I do in the real-time process video that's coming next is I forget the notebook edge punch on the very first page and have to go back and add it. So I think it's funny that I've been really good about getting that knocked out first on all these other process videos, and then I miss it on that one. But I'm gonna go ahead and ink the outside, and then I'll move on to the photo. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the layers on this one. I just know I kind of want this one to be a more layery page because the past two layouts were more simple. I went ahead and trimmed that one into a 4x4. I thought about using this cut apart piece, which I absolutely love, but the sentiment is more like about the people you love and not the dogs you love. So I didn't think it was as applicable for this mini album, so I decided not to use it. But I am going to go ahead and go and get my photo double matted, so that's out of the way. So yeah, that's pretty much the goal. I just know the peachy tan paper, however I do use it in the layout layers, I want it to balance the notebook edge punch I already have going on. But that's really the only requirement I'm giving myself. So I thought it'd be really nice as my first mat to go ahead and mat it in that paper. Again, it gives you really nice contrast between the skinny black mat. So I'm going to go ahead and get this just a square frame, just so there's a mat that goes all the way around the photo. And then I think I'm going to do a couple staggered partial mats with the rest of the layers, which I love to do, and I've been doing a lot in this book, so I'm just trying to carry that throughout. But now that I have that one down, I'm going to layer it on a green. All of these scraps were pretty much the size that I needed, so I went ahead and just staggered them in how the sizes were, and I actually really like this, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick with it and start gluing down these layers. I will trim down that back layer a little bit, but I really like how this one played out. It came together really quickly just because the scraps I had of the papers I wanted to use were already like the perfect size, which I just love. So I'm just gluing them down kind of the order I laid them down to begin with, and just inking in between each layer. So but I'm glad I got this white and black pattern used. I'm going to have to make sure I incorporate that somewhere else in this book as well. But I just love that. So I got that layer down, and then final layer is that peachy one, which I love. I love how it's going to be a partial mat around the left side of all of these layers, because I think it will really help offset the notebook edge punch on the right side of the page. So everything really worked out perfect. I'm going to get this stuck down and then just trim off a little bit of the excess. I kind of want the mat to be even going around everything. And since because I have all this extra paper on this page, I really kind of just want to plop it down center of the page, because that's another thing I haven't really done on any of the other pages, just have it centered. I kind of had the photos more towards the top or the bottom or the side, but this one has enough paper layers to really be substantial and hold up in the middle. So I'm going to get this stuck down, and that's it for this one. I will see you guys in the next one, which is a real time.